few years ago, if you walked into a BSNL store, this is probably what you'd see. Slow service, old systems, and barely any customers. While Jio, Airtel, and Vi are fighting for the top spot in India's telecom market, BSNL was barely surviving. People didn't just leave BSNL, they forgot it existed. It was slow, it was outdated, and honestly, it felt hopeless. But in 2024, something crazy happened. BSNL didn't just survive, it made a comeback. Yes, while Jio, Airtel, and Vi were losing lakhs of users, BSNL was growing. But how? Was it because of cheaper prices, better service, a secret master plan? Or was it something that Jio and Airtel didn't see coming? Today, we're breaking down the biggest Indian telecom shakeup, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. What triggered BSNL's growth? Well, it all started with a huge mistake by Jio, Airtel, and Vi. In July 2024, they did something that nobody liked. They increased prices, and not just by a little. Some plans went up by 25%. For many years, we used unlimited data from Jio like anything. But suddenly the same plans were costing more, and there were no extra benefits, just higher prices for the same thing. If you closely observe this table here, you would see all the plans of Jio increased by at least more than 20%. For lakhs of price-conscious Indians, especially in small towns and villages, the choice was simple.
जब वही महंगे दामों वाली क्वालिटी कम दामों में मिले, तो कोई ये क्यों ले? वो न ले?
Because saving money is also an art. But price alone wasn't enough. Now you might be thinking, okay, BSNL was cheaper, but was it actually good? Because let's be honest, a few years ago, switching to BSNL would have been a nightmare. And BSNL knew this. They knew कि सिर्फ सस्ता होने से काम नहीं चलेगा. So they actually started fixing their services. Here's what BSNL did right. Spam blockers to stop those annoying loan offer calls. Automated SIM stalls. Walk in, get a SIM, no longer queues. Faster 4G rollout. Finally catching up with the rest of the world. And then the big move. In a massive 15,000 crore revival push, BSNL has signed key deals with TCS to come up with a high-quality 4G network across India. This expansion is crucial, especially for urban areas where high-speed internet is non-negotiable. But wait, BSNL didn't stop there. It had bigger plans. Enter private 5G. BSNL partnered with L&T Technology Services to deploy private 5G networks for enterprises. What does that mean? Instead of just selling SIM cards to users, BSNL is now helping businesses set up their own private 5G networks. And the interesting part of all of this is a 70 billion market globally. Industries like manufacturing, healthcare, smart cities, and AI-driven automation are moving towards private 5G for faster speeds and lower latency. Alright, upgrading tech is great, but that's not everything. If a company wants to operate well, it has to take care of its finances too. And when it comes to finances, BSNL was in trouble. BSNL was drowning in losses and debt. So the government stepped in with an 89,000 crore revival package. Not just to save BSNL, but to help it fight back. And that's not the first time government came as a savior to the company frequently before too. And recently, the company got a chance to finally have a party night. From 2007 till now, BSNL was in the red. Not a single profitable quarter in over 17 years. While Jio and Airtel were making billions, BSNL was struggling to stay afloat. But in Q3 of 2025, something shocking happened. Yes, for the first time in nearly 2 decades, BSNL is back in the green. How did this happen? First, mobile services revenue shot up 15% compared to last year. Second, fiber to the home revenue jumped 18%. Third, leased line services increased by 14%. Fourth, BSNL cut down finance costs and reduced overall losses by 1,800 crore. And fifth, process automation and better management made operations more efficient. But here's the most important question. Is this just another rescue by the government, or can BSNL actually make a comeback? Or can BSNL actually become a real threat to Jio and Airtel? The answer, complicated. If BSNL keeps expanding its 4G and 5G networks and continues to offer lower prices than Jio and Airtel, it might just keep growing. But it's not that simple. BSNL still has some big challenges. Urban network quality, still weaker compared to Jio and Airtel. Customer service, nowhere as smooth as private players. And the biggest one, Jio and Airtel are not going to sit back and watch. If these companies drop their prices again and keep improving their network, BSNL will struggle to keep up. So yes, BSNL has made a comeback, but the road ahead, tough. Hope you like this video. See you in the next episode.